can't actually see that.
Pavel.
Sorry, that Pavel. Sorry about that. And then we've actually got Clutch for the first pick for Pavel, and then Ranger.
Yep. Blazkowicz coming in for How. Interesting, get that big damage. We've got Scalebearer, Ranger, and then we've got Scalebearer, Ranger as well coming in from Pavel. So it's going to be fairly even here. It's going to be interesting to see how that Blazkowicz works out.
I was going to say, sorry, I'll just cut you in. I was going to say, you can tell they use the same matchup all the time because of the fact that they picked it so fast. They weren't really worrying too much about what to counter what. It's like, whatever I'm used to, whatever combination I want to deal with, I want to use it here and now, rather than worry about what to counter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting to see that Blazkowicz coming out. It's going to be interesting because I don't think he's that viable, really, in duel as much as How likes to play him. But maybe, you know, he's got that Sturmy famous LG that used to have in Painkiller. So, you know, knocking out that big damage against a Scalebearer, against big champions, it's great. But against, you know, if you had a Clutch on there, then it would be slightly uphill.
Yes, because it would be quite interesting because there was some few chunky characters in there. But again, we're not as far as seeing Ranger. We've said it before. With Ranger, he's the second most used character in the game in terms of the meta. But going straight onto it right now, it looks like we've got Hull straight away going for the armor bit. And now he's going to see if he can stop him getting a Mega, which he has done.
Yeah, I mean, interesting picks here. And wow, big flying robot coming in straight in, but luckily misses the damage there. Pavel doing the counter pick with the Clutch against Blazkowicz. And here comes the double LG though. It's too big, it's too painful.
Oh no. It's just one of those situations where when they've got double LG, you just know you're not in for a great time anyway. But
he used the shield too early on, and he didn't try and sort of play a back plus game there, which he needs to do. As soon as his shield's gone, you've got to play plus back.
I think that's with some Clutch players in general, isn't it? I've seen it quite a few times where they use their shield way too early than they should do. But, you know, it's just one of those things, maybe because it's one of the first champions you use it in the second game, it's like right at the start, you probably don't use it so much. But yeah, there's a great damage at the moment by Hull at the moment. And it looks like he is trying to look for him and trying to stop him from potentially gets the next Mega. It comes up in 7 seconds, but the armor is coming up shortly, and he knows exactly where he's going to be. And now he's just going to try and rocket him off and try and pinpoint him out.
Hal, sorry, just backing off, picking up Mega. He's not going to try and contest the armor just yet, but nice. I'm liking this play. Oh, this could be risky though.
Oh no! Literally, just as he used it, he went straight for the teleport, and now he has to back off and try and heal up and try and get as much armor as he can. But he knows he's there. Hell knows that he needs to actually get away, so he's got to try and figure out how to actually get back in this.
Hal is actually on the back foot right now. He's lost control. There's some great play from Pavel, and you know, Hal saw the opportunity to steal that armor because he knew that his opponent was delaying it. But unfortunately, great rockets prevented him from being able to do that. And so now Pavel switches the control in his favor, but the rocket could be good. The LG comes out so close, 20 HP for both of these players.
Oh my goodness. And literally Pavel has picked up the armor and has got some health orbs already. So it looks like if Hell doesn't do anything now, it looks like he's not going to be in for a good time. But nice rockets by him at the moment. But the stack at the moment is still quite similar, but as saying that, Pavel's now just picked up the Mega.
Yeah, I mean, he's in full control now. I mean, like I said, that armor delay really helped him do that as well. I mean, 5 seconds, and you're seeing, you know, Hal just waiting for this armor, and he's going to have a difficult fight, and he has to evacuate. Is he going to be quick enough?
Typical. How literally, as he went through, the armor came up. It was so unlucky for him, and again, he used especially just at the wrong time, but it looks like Pavel is on the case, but sadly Hal has actually got the height advantage and is now making sure he can actually back him off. But Pavel again getting another Mega, keeping him off it just to make sure with the armor coming up in 7 seconds time. Another battle's coming on. It looks like his LG just maybe a little bit stronger, but he backs off anyway with barely any health to spare.
A little bit stronger? That's an understatement. I mean, he didn't have the stack advantage whatsoever, and Hal clearly has played a lot of Sturmy and just has his LG born into him. That was just insane work there. And again, coming in. Oh no, the charge is good, but not good enough. And we clear up a first round for Hal. Nicely quick there. It just like it began to slow down as Hal was out of control. He wanted to slow down the pace of game, wait to choose a fight that suited him. And you know, with that great positioning, I mean, he absolutely hammered that Ranger with that LG. And then, hey presto.
Just seemed like, not Pavel, so Hal had a little bit frustrated at times when he was trying to kill him. He had a few times where he could have actually finished him off. But sorry, Pavel, sorry, but it seemed like every time he had that opportunity, he didn't capitalise fully, especially the high advantage he had on a few of the situations where Hell was actually really low. But look at it now, it's going to stop him from getting the LG, which does not look like it's going to happen because Pavel's so stacked at the moment. Hell's now going to try and get away from the sure if he can, but it looks like he's going to back off his clutch.
Yeah, I mean, this clutch is, I think, is going to fall pretty soon. This Mega is coming up, and he's diving over. Can he get that rocket?
Oh my god! Literally, I thought that was going to be a direct hit, but that was so close from it. You have to say to him now, I think Hell's going to have... looks like he's got brake rockets at the moment by the look of things.
It's great prediction, to be honest, in the first round as well, just landing some really nice 62 damage rockets constantly across the map with great prediction. But there's a walking Clutch coming in from behind. This is a perfect opportunity now. But Clutch doesn't land the damage, doesn't get the throw up in the air, and now he has to get out of this bad situation, and Blazkowicz is going to have this ultimate very shortly. Ability is up, armor's up, he's going to try and push it. What is he doing?
Yeah, he seemed to just jump out of the way for no reason, and now he's going to pay the price possibly after all this. But it looks like Pavel just manages maybe to get away, but even then, Pavel was actually still a little bit higher in health and stacked him up. Oh, and literally as I say that, Pavel with a nice rocket to finish him off.
Pavel, to be honest, I think he was very lucky to get out of that situation.
No.
Then I spoke too soon because obviously Hal knew he was low, off the spawn, just ran at him. No shield up, there's no health up. Well, there's a little bit of health up, but not enough to get it all stacked up again, and easily ties this up 1-1.
I don't blame him though. When you've got a tanky champion like Skullbearer, literally you're just going to go straight in no matter what situation. He knew he was low from previous expectations before in that fight, so he thought to himself, you know what, I'll go in, don't give him a chance to get any orbs or mega left at all. And it looks like, you know, he's getting LG'd at the moment. He's still trying to get up on the lift at the moment, but just manages to and tries his best to get away, getting ready for the next armor coming up in the next 5 seconds.
Ooh. Unfortunately mistimed the jump onto the armor there a little bit earlier on. He just headbutted the doorway. Gave an opportunity for Pavel to actually pick up the frag here.
That was a shame because he did 196 damage in both of those rockets, but still just barely not managed able to finish him off. And this is going to be another LG fight for the LG again, and looks like they're both trying to get the Mega. It comes up for the next 5 seconds. But instead, it looks like Pavel just managed to pick him off, and now it's a nice little 1-1 draw.
Yeah, well played from Pavel there. Little bit of a mistake there on the sort of jump coming into the armor room. If Skullbearer can carry his momentum, he can actually still do damage, big damage onto an opponent if he just walks into them. And it's just really unlucky that he headbutted it, and it just gave a great opportunity for Pavel to land in so much free damage.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, tiny mistake.
Yeah, literally, when he did pick up, didn't pick up him, he straight to the side instead. I felt so sorry for him because he knew that he absolutely needed that. And there was a fantastic direct shotgun shot by Pavel now. And he seems to be getting in the swing of things now that he's actually doing okay. But it looks like Hal is trying to go straight in with the... he's trying to go straight in with the Skullbearer. And it looks like now he seems to be tied up.
Yeah, it's got that Blazkowicz out of the way. Not a worry anymore. But his clutch has fallen. It was a questionable rocket jump. He could have simply just jumped and dodged and gone to Mega and try and avoid the death, but he just wanted to go in for the damage, and of course now it's a 1-1 tie because of that. It's a very aggressive play from Pavel. Questionable, but maybe he has plans in store. Maybe he wanted the Ranger out earlier.
Well, this is it, and with both power-ups coming up now, they've got to make a choice of which one they want to go for first, but both of them could potentially go for the one furthest away, which is the Mega, due to the fact that, you know, they might have the same foresight of what they want to do, but it looks like they're both going to go for each one, so that puts my theory out the window straight away. But it looks like now he's just waiting for him, just waiting for any kind of, you know, just forte to see where it could be, but it looks like it's given a position a little bit by Pavel. And now, so far, they're both similarly stacked in terms of health and armor, but it looks like now they're just going to wait for all the waiting games for the next power to come to the turn.
Some good machine gun action there coming in from Hal there, locking down some damage. He's got a great stack, and you know there is about 10 HP here for Pavel. He's coming in with a charge. He's going to read it. Rocket jump out, nicely done. The reduced rocket jump, but it's not enough because the mid-air splash is going to kill Pavel.
I think that's the issue. See, Pavel took a risk there doing that, but he knew it had to be done. It's either, if he didn't do it, he was going to die anyway, so it didn't make too much of a difference at all. And it looks like he just managed to dodge, oh my god, just managed to dodge his bull rush and managed to finish off Pavel. So that was, that was quite a quick round, wasn't it?
It was a very quick round. I mean, I think Pavel shouldn't have gone for that armor. He was really, really low. It's a very obvious move that, you know, you want to deny the armor, of course, but there was just nothing he could do. If he takes it, he's dead. And, you know, that's why Hal went in so aggressively there. It's like, he can take it, it's fine, you know, but he's not going to have enough health to sustain himself. What he should have done is play it a lot slower, faked out he was going to go to armor, and then double backed onto the Mega, because he would have been able to take it. I don't think it had been taken at the time, because both the Mega and the armor are both synced all the time with these players. Look at it now, it's 10-9, and only one player at a time can get this provided. Oh my god!
That was a fantastic mid-air rocket by him at the moment, and as we were just saying that, now it's tied a piece of 1-to-1. He's trying to get him on spawn, but he can't due to how bad his health is at the moment. But he tried to ball rush just to make up for things, but it looks like it's going to be put down, and his last champion is now Ranger.
Pavel has an opportunity to tie this up 2-2.
It's a shame. It was one of those situations where when you're on 25 HP and you can't get away, I think the ball rush was the right move. I don't think there was anything else he could have actually done. But it's going to be quite tight at the moment. They're both on similar health at the moment, but Pavel trying to get away, waiting for the Mega. It comes up any second now, and the armor comes up in the next 6 seconds. So
yeah, he's got time to get it as well, and so it's going to lock down the control here very easily. And this is where Hal has to play it really carefully with some great positional shots here. He's trying to use this high ground to land in some damage, knock his opponent up in the air and find an opportunity to steal, but it's not going to happen. The rocket comes out from Pavel, which is even better, and does the fake dire orb, and Hal does the 180 turn to make sure that he doesn't teleport to it. It's always the right kind of move. And you know, he had the distance as well, so he knew he couldn't really do much damage from there. But Hal playing that just right. He just needs to breathe, take it cool, and find out some armors. But he's been cut off nicely from Pavel. And this surely is going to be a frag. Oh no, Pavel's on 3 HP.
Oh, just one of those things, isn't it? It's like, it seems to be each one of them seems to be getting them such low health, but they can't capitalize and just manages to get away. But if we better not tell him he was on 3 HP because he'll probably go mad. But just saying that now, catching the rocket, gets him with the LG, tries to chase after him, but it looks like he's going to let him be, let him get his health back. And by the look of things, they're both on similar health, but it looks like Hell has literally just picked up the Mega, going straight for him, and it's going to be really close at the moment, but it seems like he is just trying to hide away and death orb away, but great play, and with the armor going now, he better get out there quick before he gets chased down.
Oh, I was a little bit panicky there. Hal did a great job actually pushing aggressively there.
Literally, I was actually shaking my jet. I was like, no, don't hide it. But yeah, that was fantastic all play at the time. And what a time to get the armor as well. But it looks like now Pavel's got a slight advantage in terms of the situation. But even though he has got a height advantage, he's going to do his best to actually try and get out of there and try and capitalize on the situation. But he gets away now. He's waiting for the next armor, and hopefully he can make his next move once he's picked up.
Good. He wants to pick up the... Oh, nice prediction rocket. Just, if he didn't fall off there, that would have been almost game over for Pavel there. Good prediction as well, but only splashed there, Pavel. He needs to find some health. He's got the good armor stack here. He's got a little bit extra, only for a couple more seconds though. He wants this Mega, but he's not going to be able to contest it. He's going to dire orb and then fake it out.
That was a fantastic fake, wasn't it? This is the best thing about range as well, faking it on him, because of the fact that normally people do that, but then again, a lot of people fall for it, because you're in a situation where you can't just not fall for it. You have to look sometimes, because, like, you know, they're the opposite end of the map anyway, so it makes sense to actually do that. But so far, nice plays by both players at the moment. Pavel just trying to get his health back, waiting for the next armor appeal, which is still for another 15 seconds, so he's going to be waiting for a while until it happens. But it looks like Pavel was actually running about a little bit, but Hell was playing the sound game, trying to listen out for him to see where he is, because he knows he's slightly weak. But if Pavel gets this armor, then he'll be ahead on the situation.
Yeah. Pavel's got a good... Oh, that was beautiful!
Oh, literally, the armor was just there for the taking, but just manages to block him and stop him. But now he's got him on spawn, and he's only got an LG with only little health to play with. Hal could easily now do this now and pick him off.
Mate, he's just easy pickings in this corner. Unless he does that, charges in, but luckily...
I had my hands over my face then when literally he was going to bulldoze over him. I was like, no, please don't do this. But a fantastic play, though.
How on that dire orb, like using the dire orb to catch up to his opponent. As soon as he teleported out, landed a clutch rocket that just sent his opponent flying above the armor. So infuriating for Pavel, because that could have really changed his game. He could have easily been able to take that map, I feel. But Hal just playing outstanding game, and unfortunately the bad spawn with the scale bearer stuck behind the LG. And tanks that get stuck behind that LG, it's really hard to move out, unless you're clutch, of course. But You know, he tried to use the charge. He should have probably used it earlier on when he had a bigger health stat, but he tried to do some damage, and that 15 damage machine gun just ticking away from him at distance was superb from Hao, and, you know, running away with the first map, and I'm curious to see what we're going to see next.
Yeah, especially with a map pick as well. I'll be curious to see what he chooses next. But what was a shame was on that very last champion, it was in the last duel, it was a shame because even with Skullbearer, literally, I think he had only 28 HP left even after he charged. And it was a shame because he didn't really get enough time to recuperate and actually try and finish him off after the charge. So that was a real shame. But yeah, definitely one of the closest matches we've seen so far. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good move. It was kind of maybe it was just an all or nothing. I'm stuck here. There's nothing I can do. Maybe I could frag him. Maybe he's lower than I think he is. I did a little bit of damage. Maybe if I get that lucky charge, I can actually get this frag on him. Unfortunately, misread the situation, and I'm perished, unfortunately. And so Hao runs away with that first map. Probably, you know, Pavel's thinking about what his options are now, and, you know, production have just told me it's Blood Run.
Yep, a map we see quite frequently in this tournament, which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And looks like the picks are going to be quite similar at the moment, but it's like I said before, are they going to stick with the matchups which they're used to, or are they actually going to counterpick this situation? Now, Pavel's actually gone for Ranger first instead, but Hao seems to be sticking with Blackovic just in general. But Nyx, you know, that's no surprise in Blood Run. Skullbearer again, we spoke about that before with the charge.
Yeah, we did. I mean, this is, I like Pavel's map choice here. I like it a lot because obviously he has a lot of experience on Blood Run. How, like I said, I'm a little bit shady on how competitive he actually was in the Quake scene. I think he was more of a player that kind of dipped in and out when the tournament seemed right for him. But this is a good match choice here for Pavel. He's clearly very experienced and very comfortable. You know, he could have gone for a new map, but I think Hao's very quick at adapting and learning different things very easily. So I think this was a very good move, and we're going to see how things progress as we head into the game.
Did you say it was Hao who's kind of dips in and out of the Quake scene just in general, or was that Pavel you were speaking
Hao,
about?
I was talking
Oh,
about.
sorry, yeah. Well, I suppose with his brother, like, you know, going up in the ranks now, he's probably thinking, well, surely I've got the same bloodline, I can do that, you know. But, you know, it'd be great to actually see me, nice, you know, brother v brother duel with the regions. That'd be quite hilarious, actually, to be fair.
That would be very, very interesting, actually. I mean, I bet they've got very similar playstyles. It definitely looks like it from going from those LG name battles that Hao's been displaying. Absolutely showing off the 7 cannon as best as he can.
And this is it. And so we're about to begin with map number 2. Currently Hao 1-0 up in the series. And looks like we'll try and catch him with the rail as he goes for the mega, but just barely misses. And now he's going to go into a duel for high advantage. Just managed to rail him and now gets away with the armor.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there coming in from Hao. Vertical shots are not easy. And here's the slowdown. Oh! The switch was just a fraction of a second too late. The dire orb came out just in time for Pavel, and he manages to survive through the skin of his teeth.
I think he's going to be hitting himself quite a lot after that little, that one tick moment of where he could actually fractionalise that rail. But in the end, it doesn't matter. It looks like he's trying to pin him onto the actual armour. So again, armour was a complete waste of time for Hao back then. Oh, sorry, for Pavel back then. But it's a great play by Pavel. He knew he was going to go for the armour, so he thought, we'll go for the mega and just bait it out and just in general. But I think Pavel was actually tempted to actually orb and go for the armour, but I think he decided to leave it. Fantastic quick rail by Hao so far. Yeah. And looks like Pavel's now going to switch to Nyx.
Hao is just phenomenally great reads. You know, he didn't see his opponent go back towards the 25s, up the top of the staircase. He knew that he was going to try and probably go for the teleport or pick up the small armor. And, you know, quickly rotates, background, lands in some more damage, picks up a superb frag. But his rocket so far on the armor in particular, knocking his opponent and switching to rail was superb as well. And just showing great mechanical skill here and great reading.
Now that's what I quite like about Pavel's, Hao's position just in general. This exact spot on the map is literally abused 24/7, not just for the high advantage or anything like that, but fantastic rocket rail by Hao just then. But it's like a spot where you've got a clear view of exactly what's going on, but the only issue is with that spot is the fact that you've got a very good awareness in the situation of what's going on around the map to actually stand there in time.
Yeah, we have Visor popping his invis there, his piercing sight, so he should be able to see where Blacksmith is. Does nothing to that though, he just takes a rail to the face, and he's on about 12 HP, and he's gone.
Just like that, and didn't even need to special, but you thought you'd do it anyway, just for the giggles anyway. But yeah, Hao, quite a convincing first round so far, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Pavel makes a comeback from this.
He definitely needs to slow down the game a lot, but I think he just wants to get in close and stop all this rail action going on as well. And you know, he was just unfortunate at the start. He didn't expect Hal to be waiting on that staircase. And after that, he couldn't find a comfortable way of getting back control. But there is a good way of coming back into this round with that lovely rail.
Exactly. I don't think he actually realised he was so weak as well, but railed him anyway. But it looks like Pavel now is on the back foot. He needs to pull back. He can't just fight like that. But luckily he does. He managed to get fuels, but manages to ball rush into him anyway to catch him off guard. So that's great play.
Yep. This is a good opportunity here from for Hal to lock down control, but it seems like Pavel was able to get the armor. It's a bit unfortunate, but you know, tied up 1-to-1. There we go, picked up the rail now. He's got the poke game. That's what Hal wanted. He's going to sit on the armor here. Not a good move. This is not up for another 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to show more his map presence at the moment, just to make him think it's there. But sometimes I think some players, what they do is they do actually jump up there just to make him think it's just been up. But obviously, as you know as well as a YouTube player yourself,
work at this level.
No. I was just going to say, because literally on the 50-something second mark, there's no way anyone would have played it at that time.
He's figured it out though. He's managed to get the armor. Manages a rail there, both exchanging. And now the slow game comes out from Hal just walking about, picking up a health bubble.
Yeah,
just listening out to those footsteps of Nix, who's on the other side of the map at the moment.
Looks like just playing the sound game at the moment, just a bit waiting patiently, just to find out exactly where his opponent's at, which he finds him on the armor at the moment. But it seems like he's just going to wait back for a little bit, get the mega, and just try and use the opportunity to try and go for an armor again. But sadly, Pavel has picked up and is just waiting for the opportunity to actually do it, but tries to do a jump rail, but just manages to get away.
Good tri-bolt action there, good spam.
That's the thing, we don't really see much of the tri-bolt, which is quite understandable, but the way they use it on Blood Run sometimes is actually not too bad.
It has its places, for sure. It's a little bit underutilized at the moment. It's just a question of getting familiar with it. And the more time that these players put in, this is dangerous for Hal. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's toast. Surely. Oh! Those two rockets, though. I thought he had a chance to come back. I mean, Pavel took his time to actually put in the damage, but finally finds it.
Yeah, I was quite surprised by that. And Hal with a nice direct rocket just to manage to get away. And with the mega coming next 10 seconds, I think Hal might actually be just patiently waiting for it, knowing that Pavel could possibly be going for the armor, but he needs to make sure that he doesn't drop down and try and stop him from getting the mega. It looks like he's going to try and stop him anyway, but instead of spamming rockets down there to try and actually stop him from getting the mega, or not just stopping him, but actually putting some damage down, it seems like he just wants to patiently wait for the armor and then crack on from there.
All right, be careful here, Pavel. He's got a great read on his opponent, but doubles back and checks the other entrance. But that rocket would have scared Hal away after seeing the first flash. And he comes in diving. Good switch rail there from Pavel. He's going to push in aggressive here, but he's going to double back. Who's going to go for the teleport? He is. Oh, both players faking each other out there pretty nicely. Like, both players not wanting to commit, really. They're like, I want to have the upper hand going into this fight, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be the one that walks away with it. But this is great work from Pavel from the high ground. Can he find the pick? Oh, he messes up the jump there.
The one time Pavel wanted to be Ranger as well, and it was probably then when he slipped off to go for the armor, which is a shame. But as you know, Hal's still only got Ranger, which is still a good champion to have on a map like this. And if he just finds some way to kill this Nix, then he can actually carry on with his 1v1 duel with his remaining opponent, which will be Visors. So as long as you take out this Nix, he should be in an okay form.
He's... Hopefully he can, but I mean, after those rockets, yes he can. He could switch the control back here. Risky rocket, is it too early? Oh, here we go, the LG, the rocket, it happened. He hit the teleporter. Pavel doesn't get the read on it. I was worried there was going to be a rocket from below on rail on a 40 health Nix there. But instead, he ends up just pushing it anyway.
This is going to be quite interesting now with Ranger versus Visor, because Visor, like we spoke about it before, if you've got really good game sense, and Visor's ability isn't really necessary unless you're playing against a Nix or so forth. But great rocket, but then again, he's on really low health at the moment. But Pavel's just picked up the armor, so Hell needs to try and decide whether to get away, get as many orbs as he can, possibly go for the next mega that comes in the next 10 seconds, but you can't wait that long. Pavel will be on his toes any second now.
Pavel lines up the shot beautifully, 90 damage, zooms rail, finds another, no he doesn't, that missed. He comes in, point blank rail, what's he doing? Switch out. Risky move there, going for the show frag.
That was close. I didn't expect him to go in with a close range rail like that. I think he just wanted to try and get a quick pick if he could and then just go for the teleport.
The Diral gave him that great positioning, but he didn't switch to rocket launcher soon enough. Instead, favouring to go for another rail, but the 7s are coming out, the beautiful and the rail too.
Oh, what a rail to finish him off, especially with the LG previously. That was great play by Hal so far. And it looks like Pavel's got a mountain to climb, shall we say.
Yeah, but he can do it. He's definitely got the potential in him to push this through and make it go all the way.
He definitely
win
has.
3 rounds in a row. I mean, he's definitely getting more flexible. He's definitely finding the errors in Hal's play, and he's doing something about it now. But good rail there. Nice waiting. Uses the railgun, but oh, it doesn't land enough damage, and the knockups were just too powerful there with the rocket launcher. Of course, like if he was stuck to the ground there, Pavel, you would have been able to do a lot more with that nail gun, but unfortunately, that's how vital the rocket launcher is in this game. One good knockup can end any engagement.
Was he trying to actually, when he was at the teleport, do you feel like he was at the teleport just to make his opponent like bait and think he's gone through, or was he using the blood pool? I assume he just was baiting literally.
Bit of both.
Teleport. Bit of blood pool +5 tick, or should I just bait the teleport? Why not do both? But sadly, it didn't work for him. And looks like the 2 champion apiece at the moment, with Pavel just going around for rockets, just trying to get his health and armor back up, just trying to look around to see if he can actually find Howard, which he does with a nice rail. Sadly, missed the second one, but with his height advantage in rocks at the moment, he's going to just keep his position at the moment and wait for the next armor that comes up in a few seconds, as well as the mega.
Yeah, I mean, there's an opportunity here to push on to Hal. As soon as this armor's been taken, he doesn't have the charge, the bull rush, as of yet. Can get the good read, finds the damage, but the rails have been exchanged. You want to get out of this narrow corridor. Are you going to pop the invis? Are you going to go aggressive? No, he's going to favour backing off and getting armoured up. That
was a nice crouch strafe. He literally crouched just knowing that he's going to be looking at the rail. And it's a shame as well, because he fell off early and didn't pick up the armour. When he did eventually pick up the armour, he then when he noticed and realised that he actually heard it. So sadly, he's been given away when the armour's been picked up. But yeah, that was not the best of ball rushes, but you know, I think he's just trying to get away.
That was some great movement there from Pavel. He was too short on the rocket jump. I don't know if it's something he's rehearsed, but then he uses the wall jump after it to get onto the armor, straight away picking up Mega and the armor. And now he has an opportunity really that he wants to dive into the face here, but he has to be careful of this scale bearer.
Well, this is the issue. I think he needs to be careful just in general right now. He knows that he's 2-0 down in this map too, and he knows that if he loses this one, he will get knocked out. But with a player like Hal, like, you know, I'm not surprised, but he knows that this is his like second to last chance to actually qualify, so he's trying to be a little bit more careful. But nice rail, almost the second one, and he might even drop down for the third because he knows Hal's a little bit weak, but Hal just manages just barely to get away, and now has picked up the Mega.
Yep, Invis coming out. Oh, this is going to be good. He's going for the frag, but didn't happen. Switches out to rail. I think if he had the rocket launcher out on that staircase, he could have pinned him onto the wall and finished this round. Potentially getting one ahead on the character sheet anyway.
Yeah, that was a shame, but in the end, Hal managed to pick up that Mega and actually get away. But look at things, they're quite similarly stacked at the moment. Pavel a little bit more advantage, just trying to wait for the situation. But after that, it looks like it's just been railed by Hal, railed him back. And now it looks like they're just going to back off and try and heal up again.
Invis coming back up for Nix. He's got a great opportunity for free damage. He flakes it out. And he's gone.
Oh, no! I can't believe
mid-air Invis attack.
Who would have expected that?
The stealth bomber flies in. Absolutely superb.
If there was any way to make a comeback by Pavel, that was definitely it. And the nice spawn kill by Pavel straight after the rails. That's brilliant stuff.
If you're missing the easy rockets, just walk inside them.
Oh, you could have said it better myself, to be fair. But, you know, I think Pavel's feeling it a bit now. A little bit late in the game, but he now knows what he needs to do. Just go a bit mad with the rocks and the rails. But looks like Pavel now's got the armor. Nice rails straight away. Seems to be his rails more on point now. I think he's probably got a bit more confidence in himself now.
Definitely. I mean, after that last round, definitely. But good opening damage here for Pavel. He does have the armor. He's just seen his opponent. What? He was so late to react to that. He saw him fly through and he kind of just like minigun out, still walking towards him.
I was wondering why he didn't make a nice little 90-degree turn and go, oh look, there he is, but you know.
I imagine he was just kind of having a little bit, you know, itchy nose syndrome going on there and just having a quick wipe.
That's the worst, isn't it? When you itch your nose and you get railed or something, it's probably one of the worst things that can happen to some man. But anyways, looks like there's going to be an LG fight, but Hell manages to come out on top of that, and looks like already Pavel's Nix has gone down, sadly. So it's up to his Blakovic to try and take over, but it's already been railed, and Pavel now getting his health back. Looks like Pavel will not be able, or sorry, will actually be able to get the armor. Trying to rocket him, use that height advantage, and nice direct rocket by Pavel.
How greedy there. Too greedy. I mean, he really wanted that rail. He wanted that kill. And that could be costly for him later on down the line. But the rockets are locking down. Oh, the Dire. Oh my God! How are you still alive? He's not, but oh my God, Pavel.
You know what they say, the saying goes, high risk, high reward, and they're both taking each of his high risks, left, right, and centre, but
he clearly thought he was dead when that scale bearer charged, right? He was like, he's close enough, I'm a goner, right, let's focus on my next character, which is Visor, which is absolutely getting hammered now. This could be it, game, set, and match. The rail misses. Pavel having to back off onto that low 25.
Poor Pavel, he's going to have to do a lot now. He seems to got his health back, but so far he's very low on armour. He's managed to get the Mega anyway. But, you know, oh, sorry, not the Mega, sorry, extra health orbs. But, you know, the Mega and the armor, still another 10 seconds for it to appear. But already Hell knows where he is, railing him down, but, like, still trying to get away, knowing that Hell will get this Mega, trying to get through and hoping that the armor is going to appear.
Now, coming in with the chase with the 7s and the 80. And now the rocket jump push. He's going to go and try and finish this now, and he does!
What I don't understand is that he didn't have much health on that archway, but still was peeking out. I don't think he actually knew if he was coming from that way or not. Maybe it's kind of a precious situation, but anyways.
No, he kind of reacted late to the rocket jump from How. How didn't have a great stat going into that sort of rocket jump, but he outputted enough damage to know that his opponent's first priority was to